everybody? Welcome to our second studio vlog. If you aren't familiar with me, my name is Heather and I'm the owner of a small business called Charming Chapters. I create colorful and cute, fun bookish merch for all of you readers out there. So today we are starting our second studio vlog. As mentioned in the previous one, we've got a few things to sew. I did mention that we're going to be starting on some custom book sleeves for an author. We're actually going to start doing that probably towards the end of next week. Early this morning I was getting ready for our big spring sale that I mentioned. All the posts went live, I got emails sent out, graphics made, different things like that. And yesterday I spent the whole day doing paperwork because my quarterly taxes are due at the end of the month and I've been procrastinating on those. So I'll probably be doing a little bit of that next week too. But we are going to sew a few sleeves today. It's going to be a little bit of a shorter day. We're taking off to do to go support one of our family friends. They're doing a fundraiser tonight, so be just a little bit shorter of a day for work, but let's get started sewing. right, friends, so now that we have the orders packed, I think we're gonna work on a little bit of inventory just to get ready for next week's sale. I need to go through the different seconds items, find out how many there are. There's some things I need to put back up on the website, like I mentioned in the last vlog, the coffee mugs, the tumblers, Christmas ornaments, acrylic standees, all of those I took off when I packed up when we moved, so I need to get those back on the website too, and on Etsy as well. So let's get started on that and let's get ready for next week. So I just started counting sticker sheets, and I realized not a lot of people know that we have sticker sheets. We have just a few right now. It's mostly sports romance. We did that collection, was it last summer or the summer before? But yeah, they're super cute. I think we've got 6 different styles of the sports one, and then there's one winter one left too. If you guys want to see other sticker sheets, let me know. I guess we don't really do a whole lot of them, but if you guys want more, let me know and I'll make up some new designs for you. If you can hear Luna chomping on a bone here. She is helping now. But I just wanted to show you like an example of some of the seconds items that are going to be in the sale. So they're just slightly flawed. So like if you can see in the middle here, there's just printing issue with these. A couple of these, I accidentally ordered them glossy, whereas all of our bookmarks are matte. This one, like it just printed off center. So you can see like over here, it's just not centered. This one I didn't pay attention and the logo is upside down, but I mean it'd be cute this way too. And like this one just has a little printing issue just right down the middle. This one, another one, just a printing issue. So like seconds items, they're not bad, they're just slightly flawed where I just can't sell them at regular price. So all kinds of good things that are going to be in the sale. It's just some things just are slightly flawed is all. Good morning, everybody. It is now Monday morning. I didn't do a whole lot of recording over the weekend here. We did a few projects around home. We went to a local craft show. It was kind of a gloomy, rainy weekend. So we just stayed indoors and did a few things. This morning I am over here watching Blue Origin's all-female astronaut crew go to space. So watching that, and we're going to work on cutting some fabric this morning. We have probably about 100 book sleeves that we need to restock before our big sale that starts this Saturday. But if you want to get early access, you can sign up for our newsletter or join one of our VIP groups on Facebook or Instagram. By the time this goes up, the sale might already be going on, but we're gonna get ready for that this week. We've got, like I said, the book sleeves we need to restock. We need to get some tumblers added back to the website and Etsy. There's acrylic standees, ornaments, a whole bunch of different things that we didn't get done last week that still need to get added to the website. So we're gonna work on that kind of stuff this week. I also need to continue on paperwork because my quarterly sales taxes are due at the end of the month here. So we'll probably do that Friday if there's enough time. So we better get started because it's going to be another busy week. Sorry that you can see my extension cord over there. I literally have two outlets in this office. One is where all the computer and sewing stuff is, and the other is in the closet. It's an older farmhouse and the wiring is interesting. So yeah, literally have two outlets. So unfortunately, you're gonna be seeing that extension cord quite a bit. It is what it is. Alright friends, time for a little update. It's about 2 o'clock in the afternoon and I'm about a quarter of the way cutting all of the fabric that we ironed this morning. I'll give you a little update here. So here's a stack that we still need to do. It's probably a good 4 inches thick. Like I said, I got a bunch cut over there already. So this will probably work on this the rest of the day. It'll probably take another day or two to get through all of these. Like I said, there's probably about 100 book sleeves that we need to restock. Some of these are duplicates, so I'm going to try and get at least one of everything added to the site before the end of the week, and then we'll see how much time we have and then add in any extras, like the really popular ones that we didn't get to. So let's keep working. It is now Tuesday. Today we are going to work on getting some more things, put an inventory on the website and on Etsy in time for the sale this weekend. We still have the tumblers to add. We've got acrylic decor pieces. We've got ornaments. So I just want to get some of those things in inventory back on the website. And then we might work on cutting a little bit more fabric this afternoon. We got probably about halfway done yesterday. I added them to Etsy and the website right away just in case anybody was needing something for a bookish event coming up, especially those library card sleeves. Everybody loves those to take for signings, so I wanted to make sure we got those back in stock right away. But yeah, we're gonna get started on that. I guess this morning, it's almost noon already here. This morning I worked on getting our first studio vlog uploaded. It's kind of fun. I'm really excited to do these studio vlogs with you guys. It's something I've been wanting to do for a really long time. Now that we have the studio space, I really don't have an excuse not to do it anymore. I know you guys on Instagram and TikTok love seeing all the behind the scenes stuff, so I think it's gonna be a lot of fun. If there's any particular content that you want to see, let me know. If you want to see more sewing, you want to see more designing, more order packing, whatever it is, I'm here for you guys. So let's get started with today's work and we'll see how much we can get done. So these little cuties are something that most people don't know that we have. They're acrylic bookshelf decor. I have not found mine yet. They're still somewhere downstairs. But this little dragon here, his name's Sparky. We held a contest, I think it was about 2 years ago, to name him. So this is Sparky, our book dragon. But anyways, his little book stack here sits on top of this piece, so it just goes on the bottom here. And then you can pop them on your bookshelf or wherever you want to decorate with them. So we've got that one, and then we also have the rose dagger style. I thought this would be super cute for romantasy fans, especially like A Court of Thorns and Roses, different fandoms like that. So we've got both of these right now. We've had a few people ask if we're gonna have any other styles of these, and honestly, it's gonna come down to what the tariffs do. Unfortunately, we can't get them manufactured here in the United States, so it'll just depend what the prices end up looking like on these. But yeah, those are super cute. I'll have to see if I can find mine somewhere. They've got to be downstairs. We still have quite a few boxes in the basement that haven't been unboxed yet. So, but yeah, we'll keep counting all these and keep up with inventory. bit of a glare here from the window. But I've got all the inventory counted now. The only thing we have left to do is add some new blind date with the books. Get those ready for the website. Those are really fun because they make up like little descriptions for each of them, but it just kind of tells you about each of the books and the ratings on Goodreads, things like that. I don't add any extra things to them. It's just the book themselves, just to kind of keep the price low. But if that's something you guys want to see in the future, like maybe books that coordinate with some of the products, you know, like we've got the dragon shelf bookmark. Well, maybe you want a book about dragons. You know, if that's something that you want to see where they've got the different merch in them, let me know, because that's something we definitely could do. I would just have to do a little bit more research, you know, and find books that are specific to things that we already have. So yeah, let's get those added to the website here, and then we'll have those ready for the week too. Friends, that's probably all I'm gonna have time for recording today. The rest of the stuff I'm gonna work on is kind of behind the scenes computer stuff. I need to make up some graphics for some listings, add a bunch of the seconds items to the website, get those ready to go. I'm just gonna schedule them. They won't be available quite yet, but it's gonna be a lot of just computer work the rest of the afternoon. So we'll see you guys tomorrow, and we'll work on cutting some more fabric then. Good morning, everybody. Happy Wednesday. Today we are going to continue getting ready for the big sale this weekend. Right now I'm just working on getting a few more things added to the website. I have to get the seconds charms, a few miscellaneous things, and acrylic bookmarks, seconds acrylic bookmarks still added to the website. So that's what I'm working on this morning. We also need to get little labels made that are going to go in the Easter eggs. I thought I had enough Easter eggs, but I'll have to pick up another pack when I go to town tomorrow morning. Then we'll actually get all the little labels put inside the Easter eggs. And then this afternoon, we're gonna work on cutting some more fabric for book sleeves. So that's kind of the plan for today. Tomorrow I've got a couple appointments in the morning, and I probably won't get back until after lunch sometime. So it's gonna be a little bit of a shorter day tomorrow. So we're gonna try to get as much done today as we possibly can. So we better get started. All right, so that ended up taking a little bit longer than I planned. It's now about 2 o'clock in the afternoon. Luna's been wanting some attention today, so I had to take her for a nice long walk, and we made some lunch, and by the time I got everything done, now it's about 2 o'clock. So now we're gonna start on cutting that fabric that we didn't get to the other day, and we'll get some more of those restocked. so it's about 3:30 and we are done cutting all the fabric that we need to do. I'll get them added to Etsy and the website a little bit later here. I just posted a little video and a poll on Instagram to see if you guys are still wanting a spring collection for the end of May. I did a poll a few weeks ago before we moved to see what everybody was wanting for the theme, and everybody had voted for spring. I haven't had a chance to start designing it yet though, so I just wanted to see if everyone still wants that for the end of May because it's getting so close to summer. So I just wanted to find out. I also mentioned that we could possibly do like an enchanted garden, so it would still be like spring-ish, but not like straight spring. So a little bit more fantasy themed. I've also been wanting to expand our book signing collection, so like more library card designs, different book sleeves that you can take and have authors sign, maybe some tote bags, different things like that. Also, May is getting close to summer too, so I mentioned that maybe we could do a summer theme. So by the time this video goes up, it'll be way past the voting, time for that poll, but I'll let you guys know what everybody decides. Of course, right as I went to post the poll, my Instagram froze. So it took like 10 minutes for the poll to go through. So everybody is probably thinking I was crazy because I know everybody saw the story of my life. The thing never works. So, but I'll let you know the results of that poll. I did just see an order come through for a library card sleeve. So I think we might try and get that sewn today. That way I can take that with me when I go into town tomorrow and get that mailed off. It's about a 30-minute drive to go into town for us now. We're out in the country. There is a little town just south of us, about 3 miles, where I can take orders, but I thought, well, I'm already going into town, so I may as well try and get that sleeve sewn here real quick. So I think we're going to do that, and then we'll probably call it quits for the day, but let's do that sleeve real quick. All right, friends, that is it for today. Like I said, it'll probably be tomorrow afternoon before I see you again. I've got a few errands and appointments to run tomorrow morning, so we'll just talk to you tomorrow afternoon. Bye, guys. Hello, everybody. Happy Thursday. I just got home. Like I said, I had some errands to run this morning, had some appointments. It is not quite 2 o'clock yet, so we do have a few hours left that we can get a few things done. Today sorry, I got my to-do list over here. I need to make up a graphic with the secret password that's going to go out tomorrow for our VIP members and newsletter subscribers. Luna just came running in the room here. You want to say hi? Okay. Yeah, she's all wound up after being in the crate this morning. But yeah, I need to make up the graphic with the secret password. I also need to get the email scheduled that's going to go out tomorrow for the newsletter subscribers that has the password. I also need to, all that fabric that we cut yesterday, I need to get that added to inventory for those book sleeves onto Etsy and to the website. I also need to schedule all the discounts so that they can go live tomorrow. And Easter eggs. We have to get the Easter eggs ready for the Oops Scoops. I did buy another pack of Easter eggs. It just didn't seem like it had enough, so grabbed another pack of those. And then we have to get the little labels that go inside the eggs saying like what item is in each egg. We have to get those ready too. So shouldn't take too long today, but we do have a few things to do, so we better get started. Luna also wants to give a shout out to Ella from Ella's Cottage Company, who left a message on our first studio vlog that went up last week. She said to give Luna all the loves and say hello, so Luna wanted to say hello to her too. And Luna will always take all your loves. She is a snuggle bug, loves all the attention. So thanks for leaving that comment, Ella. Hope you enjoy all of the content that you watched last week and this week's studio vlog. And we can't wait to make more for you. Hey, Luna? She's ready to snuggle now. All right, we better get started. All right, friends, here are all the eggs. Aren't they super cute? I just love that sound. I think this is going to be so much fun. I can't wait to see what everybody gets in their scoops. All right, so next up, I think we're going to get those book sleeves added to inventory real quick. That way they are up on the website and Etsy in case anybody is wanting those. And then we'll get to work on some graphic design stuff. Good morning, friends. It's now Friday. Today is going to be a pretty mellow day. It's going to be more paperwork heavy. I still need to get a bunch of invoices put into my QuickBooks because quarterly taxes are due at the end of the month here. So it's going to be a lot of that kind of stuff today. We do have a few charms that just came in yesterday that we're going to get unpacked, inspected here, and then added to the website and Etsy in time for our big sale that starts today. It is, what time is it? It is about 10 to 9, so the password, the secret password for the big sale goes out today at 9 a.m. and that'll give our newsletter subscribers and our VIP members on Facebook and Instagram 24-hour early access to the sale. So that's going to go up today. And then we're also going to be posting a reel later today showing how the Oops Scoops work. I made that yesterday, so that should be fun to post and see what everybody thinks of those with the fun colored eggs. So, but yeah, I mean, overall, it's going to be a pretty mellow day. Like I said, pretty paperwork heavy, unfortunately. But we'll get a little bit of recording for you today. We're going to start on those charms. And then in a little bit here, we'll get that password live. All right, it's officially 9 a.m. The secret password has been sent out. So we are just checking on the website. It looks like we have 10 visitors on the website right now. We have 4 active carts and 1 person currently checking out. So I can't wait to see what you guys all choose. It's always fun doing these sales and launch days too. I love seeing, the different things that everybody picks out, the different designs. It's just so much fun seeing you guys enjoy our creations just as much as I enjoyed creating them. Little Luna just came running back here. She is ready to help out too. But yeah, we'll just keep an eye on the website over the next few hours here and see what you guys all order. so it's about a little over an hour since the password went out. It looks like we've had 7 new orders, and the Oops Scoops have been really popular. We have sold... We've sold 10 Oops Scoops so far. So that is really exciting. I'm glad that you guys are liking those. It'll be really fun to pack those. There have been a few notes with Instagram and TikTok handles so that we can tag you guys. Yeah, so that's gonna be a lot of fun. Unfortunately, now it means we have to do paperwork though. I am not looking forward to it. That is probably my least favorite thing about owning a business. I am not a paperwork girl. Someday I'll get to the point where I can hire my own accountant, but we are not to that point yet. So unfortunately, that is still my duty. I had to grab some caffeine for myself. It is one of those gloomy, cold, windy days here in North Dakota, and I am a sunshine girl. I need sunshine to help motivate me, and unfortunately, that is not today. So it's gonna be a long day of paperwork. I'll update you guys here after a little bit if we get some more orders, and we will just see what the rest of the day brings. Okay, so it is now a little after 4 o'clock. We've had a couple more orders come in. There have been a few more Oops Scoops. I've been working on paperwork all afternoon. To be honest, I am quite tired. Paperwork just like drains me. I am not made for paperwork. I don't know how some of you guys can do paperwork all day long. Props to you. That is not a fun job. And if you're good with numbers, even more props to you. We might pack a few orders tonight. We'll see. Like I said, I'm kind of running out of energy. I do have at least one order I want to pack this weekend. My sister-in-law ordered a couple Oops Scoops, so I want to get those recorded so that we can take them with us on Sunday. But yeah, so maybe we'll pack them tonight. If not, we'll probably pack them tomorrow. Tomorrow is going to be kind of around the house project day. Since it's Saturday, I have some painting I want to get done. Some cleaning I want to get done, some shelves like to put up. We're still in the moving process, and it is an older farmhouse that has needed some work, so there's always projects. So, but like I said, maybe tomorrow we'll pack a few orders too, that way we can get them in the mail for you. So, but yeah, that's probably it for today. I probably don't want to watch me do more paperwork. So, but yeah, we'll see you either later tonight or tomorrow when we pack some of those orders. Friends, it's actually now Monday. I didn't get any more recording done over the weekend, so we're gonna cut the vlog off here, and we're gonna start this week off in next week's studio vlog. We got several orders over the weekend, so we are gonna work on those. It's gonna be another busy week, so make sure you like, subscribe, and stay tuned for all of the new exciting things coming. Bye guys.